All right, Coach, week 4 coming up against the Cleveland Browns. Good to be back home, Coliseum, Raider Nation.
Yeah, finally. Seems like it's been a long time. We have had 2 tough road outings, but our team is playing hard. We're getting better. We're all hungry for a win.
And one guy who had a big game in Miami was the veteran Jordy Nelson. I mean, he had 151 yards, I believe, receiving in the first half.
He's a great player. We've been saying that for quite a bit. It didn't take us long. We used the shift here on the second play of the game, and we're really actually trying to throw the ball to Amari Cooper at the bottom of the screen or Marshawn Lynch swinging wide to his left. It's just great field vision by Derek Carr. He feels the blitz. He knows Jordy's running to the post. He senses the open window, makes a beautiful throw, and Jordy's running 21 miles per hour right here. They did this on a next-gen stat. That's fast. But the kid from Ohio State was running 22.5 miles an hour. It was a heck of a play to get us started early. But, again, the shift, we hear Miami's confusion. We know they're in a pressure defense. The play, again, is designed to throw the ball to Amari Cooper on the left side of the formation. But here comes Jordy screaming to the post. That's just a pinpoint throw by Carr. You can't do it much better than that.
I mean, Jordy, you wonder, so many years in the league. I mean, he's still, as you've been 21 miles an hour. I mean, he showed you in this game, he still got it.
Well, he had 2 catches for over 60 yards. Here we are later in the game, and we're in a trips formation here at the bottom of the screen. And we have a double under concept between LaFell and Amari at the bottom, but we're trying to isolate Jordy one-on-one at the top of the screen on a quick square in, and it's well thrown. And, it's a combination, really, of Jordy Nelson's versatility, being able to play in the slot, being able to play outside, and it's the quarterback being very accurate with the football.
I mean, are you seeing that kind of connection between the quarterback and the receiver right now, between the two?
I think we're coming together as an offense. In week 1, Jared Cook had 180 yards receiving. Week 2, Cooper had over 100 yards and 10 catches. And week 3, Jordy's almost up at 200 yards. So we need to get Martavis over 100 yards this week, and then we could say we're on to something.
Let's go to the next play with him. I mean, such a huge day.
Well, it is, and we need to come back. We need to win this football game with our offense in the fourth quarter. We sustained a couple really good drives. This is a play-action protection, and at the bottom of the screen, it's a very similar route. Jordy Nelson does a great job squaring the defender up, making him defend both sides of the cut, and he comes in there at a nice, flat, friendly angle in front of the free safety, and again, it's a perfect throw from Derek. But you can see the little things, too. LaFell, number 19, he's going to chip the defensive end. He's going to try to help the backside tight end, block him in pass protection. That's good teamwork, and it gives Derek time to set his feet and throw the ball to Nelson, who once again runs a great route. But he can run any route. He can play in just about any formation, and he's had a real impact on all of our players here. His leadership has been good for us.
Like on this, you see Marshawn Lynch, where you're going to see Kiko is going to go after Marshawn because he is such a violent runner. How much does that help you in play action?
Well, we've gotten better. It's something we wanted to do more this year. Put Derek Carr under the center, use some play action passing. And when you have the running game going with a guy like Marshawn, you can see the impact that it has.
And, Coach, you got the Cleveland Browns coming to town, and Baker Mania. This is unbelievable. So since 1999, Baker is the 30th starting – on Sunday will be the 30th starting quarterback for the Cleveland Browns.
I think they found their guy. Sometimes good things happen to those that wait. But Mayfield is the real deal. A lot of people thought they gambled, said he was a little too short, making him the number 1 overall pick. But when you come off the bench at home and you're down 14-0, somebody's got to ignite your football team. And why not the rookie from Oklahoma? But here you see the confidence that he has. That ball's on the far hash mark. He rifles this ball in there perfectly to protect the receiver from the underneath coverage, the over-the-top coverage. And he can scramble. This man is a very good scrambler. I think he's a perfect quarterback for the Cleveland Browns because he gives some good quality play under the center. He can also be a leader off the field.
Now, strategy-wise with a shorter quarterback, what is the key to disrupt their game?
Well, like all quarterbacks, whether they're 6'6" or 5'6", you got to put pressure on them. And when they're shorter, obviously you got to get your hands up. We got to tip a pass or 2. Oftentimes those can turn into interceptions. But we got to keep him in the pocket and make the status of his 6-foot frame matter. Once he starts escaping, he gets that vision back, and he's a little bit like Russell Wilson. He reminds me a lot of Jeff Garcia, the old 49er quarterback, when he was in his glory here in San Francisco.
Jeff Garcia, the former San Jose State Spartan. When you start thinking about the Cleveland Browns, a lot of people think, oh, it's the Cleveland Browns. This is a good football team.
They are. Well, they took the ball away 9 times already. They intercepted Ben Roethlisberger 4 times. They had the Steelers dead in the water. They came out of that game with a tie. And anytime you go to New Orleans and hold Drew Brees and company to 3 points late in the third quarter, they get your attention. This is a very good team that's coming off a victory. They're 1-1-1. They've acquired a lot of good young players in the draft over the years, and they're starting to come through.
And we haven't talked enough about your defense. When it comes to tackling, you're one of the best tackling football teams, second fewest missed tackles in all of football.
Well, that's good. We just got to stop the jet sweep better. We've been hurt on the edges. The Rams hurt us. Obviously, Miami hurt us. We just can't give away the chunk plays, and perhaps we can get to our first victory.
And field position hasn't been great for you guys. As a coach, how do you change that?
Well, field position has been the worst field position maybe in the history of football after 3 games. We got to get more from our return game. We've got to eliminate the penalties in the kicking game. We had 4 penalties on special teams. And when you start at your 2, you start at your 4, you start at your 8, statistics tell you it's almost impossible to score. So it starts with your special teams. And defensively, we need more 3-and-out stops, and we need to collect some turnovers. Right now, we just got 1.
Well, Sunday, Raider Nation's going to be roaring. Going to be a good one. Good luck against the Cleveland Browns at the Coliseum on Sunday.
That's good. Thanks, Chris. Good to see you.